What is up, everyone? So today, I got a new JKM model. It's a brand that I'm fairly interested in. I feel like they do good stuff. Not always perfect. Oftentimes not perfect, actually. But for basically the price of a green light, these are usually very good. And this one specifically is a Jeep Gladiator, which I'm gonna assume everyone know what a Jeep Gladiator is, right? Um, yeah, it's a pickup truck based on the Jeep Wrangler, and we do have a Wrangler here to compare later on if we need to. This thing is classified as a mid-size pickup truck in the US, which just blows my mind how this thing can possibly be mid-size in the US. And then I look at a couple of full-size pickup trucks, it's like, oh, the American trucks are big. So this came out very, very recently. It honestly just became available like last week, and I got it. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the car first. First of all, basics: metal body, metal base. Uh, what do them call it? Rubber tires. Got suspension, lens headlights, lens rear lights. So pretty solid. Uh, and it has side mirrors, as you can see. Previously, all of the JKM side mirrors have been metal and cast into the body, which I genuinely really, really like. This is the first time, as far as I know, that they have used rubber for it. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I do like it being metal, even though I know like it's easier to break and all that. This is very mini GT of them, right? But the problem with mini GT and their elastic mirrors is that they're not always perfect. You know, you can see them. The left and the right are not perfectly symmetrical to one another, and me being super anal, I do notice things like that. It's not bad. I just prefer if they were like completely aligned with one another, and it would be easier for that to happen if it is indeed made of metal. But first of all, let's take a look at the front. The turning signals are painted, but that's fine. It's not the most 3D of paints, but it gets the job pretty well done. Grill is okay. You can see the lines here. The lines here are not perfectly sharp. They're not like all straight, but I mean, from like any distance, it's not gonna look bad. The headlights are lensed, have some little bit of a depth to it. It's pretty good in my opinion. The front bumper paint Gladiator is a little bit cheap for me. I think it's not great. I'd rather have nothing at all or just do a TLV and, well, I think, yeah, just have it full black will be fine. We know what it is, right? On the side, you can see focus. First of all, it's a Rubicon, so that's the most hardcore off-road focus trim, right? It says Jeep. What does it say here? Jeep. Oh yeah, just Gladiator again. Okay, just in case you forgot what the car is. You can see the door handles are pretty nicely done. The lines, the panel gaps are good. The windows nice and pretty clean. Yeah. And from a top view, you can see this is an indeed a convertible, a soft top. That looks nice. You can see some bumpiness to the paint, but at least it's not like anywhere you would care. I feel like you can see the sides are all fine. It's only in the bed that these spots are showing up, but that's okay. The tailgate doesn't move. There's no moving part in this vehicle. I don't think any JKM has any moving parts. Because Jeep, yeah, this license plate back here is fine. You know, the front, you can just put a license plate underneath it, or just don't do anything at all, in my opinion. And the rear lights are lens. You can see a silver paint painted over the transparent red plastic piece. But I do have a little bit of a problem. You can see it very clearly from here, right? If you look at the picture of the real Gladiator, the rear lights do not poke up nearly as much. They do not poke out at all, I feel like. So this feels like a design issue. You know, the quality of this thing actually is pretty perfect, other than the side mirror is not lining up perfectly, but that's more of a nitpick. But this is more of a design oversight, and it's not good. But it doesn't ruin. Does it ruin the whole thing? I don't think so. No, far from it. And you know, I feel like this is going to be sharper than a green light as well, since green light just came out, or are going to have their Jeep Gladiator release very soon, or it's out already. I'm not quite sure. I'm not perfectly up to date on my green lights, even though I do like them. So yeah, like if I have this, I don't think I'm gonna need to grab the green light version of this at all. Just a bit of a comparison with the Jeep Wrangler, which this is pretty much based on. You can see first of all, the size of the vehicle, and the Wrangler is classified as a compact SUV. What is wrong with the U.S.? I mean, by the way, I love America. I've been there for 6 years for from undergrad to grad school. It's a great place, but yeah, you can see how much longer the wheelbase of the Gladiator is. But this thing is compact. What the hell, man? And this is a mid-size pickup truck. Like, holy shit. This is by Autoworld, by the way. And first of all, you can see the comparison. I really love the Autoworld. It's not perfect either. You can see the line right here is really sloppily painted, but overall it's a great casting. It's just really good. It feels nice. It rolls nice. This one rolls perfectly too, by the way. I don't think I've showed that yet. It has an opening engine bay, as you can see. That's great and terrible at the same time. Great as you can actually see that engine. Is it a V6? It actually says it says V6. Yeah, I'm right. Thought it might be a V8 or something, but it's a V6. Why would it be a V8? What was I talking about? Yeah, but the other hand, you can see how much the gap is showing up. It doesn't really look great when it's close. It doesn't look bad either. On the other hand, you can see the side mirrors. I don't mind Autoworld doing things like this. You know, it's a solid giant chunk, and that's okay. Obviously, the JKM version is a bit more detailed, a bit more realistic, but on the other hand, it's rubber elastic. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I don't dislike it either, I guess. But just, yeah, I had a comparison. They're pretty much the same height. I feel like there are some changes to proportions that I'm not really sure. It's very difficult for me to tell like subtle details like this. I don't know, like if the real cars are different or this is like the model manufacturers made them differently. But I think it's a cool comparison to have. And just a couple of pickup trucks. First of all, another pickup truck that JKM has done, the Toyota Hilux. I'm just gonna look at it from above. You can see how much bigger the Gladiator is, right? But if I sorry, this is gonna be very difficult. Bear with me for a second. But on the other hand, if I change it to say a this is a silver Silverado. This is a Chevy Silverado. You can see how much bigger the Silverado is. And also on the other hand, we can have a Ford F-150, and these are also by Autoworld, and they're all gonna get their own features as well soon enough, I'm sure. Yeah, look how much bigger they are. So I guess this classifies as a medium pickup truck, but holy shit, American vehicles are big. Yeah, and from the front as well, you can see how much taller and wider these two cars are. Man, yeah, so I think it's pretty cool to I'm pretty glad to add this to my collection and regret getting there's a bit of you can see the rear lights poking out from this angle. That's not supposed to happen, but still I'm very happy to have it in my collection. I think it's a cool casting. Yeah, and a cool pickup truck to have as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.